Hey there, and welcome to the Marketing Coach Podcast. I am your host, Angie Gensler, and I am so excited to have you joining me for today's episode. So, in this episode, I'm going to be talking about TikTok and specifically how to help you discover if TikTok is the right fit for your business. So, if you haven't been listening to the previous episodes of my podcast, this is actually I believe, the fifth in my social media series. And this series is designed to help you choose the best social media channel for your business. And I really want you to narrow it down to one channel, which I talk more about in the first episode in this series. So if you haven't listened to that episode, I encourage you to go back. I think it's episode number 2 of my entire podcast. I'll put a link down below in the show notes or in the description of this video so that you can go check out that episode if you haven't heard it yet and discover why you really need to narrow your focus to one social media channel if you are a small business owner. Now, I am recording this live on YouTube, so if you would like to participate in a live recording of this podcast, make sure that you head over to my YouTube channel so that and subscribe so that you can get notified the next time the next time I go live with an episode. So that is the beauty of live. As you can see, you get all of the mix ups and the stutters and everything. So it's totally raw, unscripted. Okay, so let's dig into the content for today's episode. Now, we're going to talk about TikTok, which is a really booming platform. If you're not familiar with it, you haven't heard of it yet. Um, I'd be surprised if you haven't heard of it yet because it really seems to be everywhere. Everyone's talking about it, everyone's using it. If you are not using it, that's okay. you know, um, and really, when I say everyone, there is a very specific demographic that's really hot and heavy with TikTok right now. So if you haven't heard of it, you're not using it, don't worry. Don't feel left out or anything. I will fill you in. Also, if you have any preconceived ideas of what TikTok is or who it's for, and maybe you've already decided it's not for you, I do encourage you to keep listening to see if maybe there is an opportunity for your business because TikTok is more than just dance moves and teenagers. So there is a bigger audience than just, you know, the 10 to 19-year-olds who like to create dance videos. Okay, so let's dig into the 3 questions. If you've been listening to my previous episodes, you know that there are 3 questions you need to answer when choosing a social media platform for your business. The first question is, who is your ideal customer and where do they hang out? So let's talk about TikTok specifically. There are currently 689 million users on TikTok, and 100 million of them are within the United States. So they have a very massive audience and following on TikTok, and a really big one in the US, and it's growing rapidly in the United States. So I would say in the next year or two, that number is going to be significantly higher. And the reason I say that is because in 2020 and 2021, TikTok was the most downloaded app of all applications throughout the world. TikTok was the most downloaded 2 years in a row. And so if they continue with that trend in 2022, then I would predict that, that audience, the 100 million in the US, that could be 150, maybe 200 million in the US. Um, it is a young audience though. So that is one thing to keep in mind with TikTok. 62% of their users fall within the ages of 10 to 29. So if your audience, let's say you are marketing to seniors, maybe you have a travel service and you are trying to reach empty nesters and help them plan fantastic vacations, TikTok probably is not going to be the best channel for you. Now, I do wanna caution you that don't write it off immediately just because, maybe your ideal customer doesn't fall within that 10 to 29-year-old age range. Again, so that's 62%. There's still around 40% of the users are outside of that age range, so they would be older, they'd be 30 years and older. So if your ideal customer falls somewhere between 30 and 50, there is still a possibility that TikTok could be a great channel for you. But again, anything beyond probably 60, 65, I would not worry about TikTok. Focus on another channel. Probably Facebook would be the best channel for you. Okay, let's keep talking about some of these statistics with TikTok. I thought this was really interesting. In the United States, 60% of TikTok users are female, which all the other social platforms, it's pretty much a 50-50 split between male and female. But TikTok, it's a 60-40 split. So there are more females. But of course, again, 40% of that audience is male, which is a really large percent. So that means there's 40 million men on or teen boys on TikTok. So that's still a lot. The users average 52 minutes per day on the app, which is really incredible. There is no other social media platform that is able to get that level of usage from their audience. So people are spending almost an hour a day on TikTok. And it's not most of it isn't an hour at a time. What a lot of the data showed is that people are going on and off constantly throughout the day. So they open up their TikTok app maybe 10 times a day and spend a few minutes at a time. So I do have a whole bunch of statistics that you can go check out. I found a really great website. I will put a link to it in the description below this video or in the show notes for this podcast. So you can go check that out and dig deeper into those statistics to really get a feel for, is your audience there or not? But again, really think about it's that 10 to 29 age range is the most active on TikTok. If your audience falls within 30 to 50, there is still a chance for you. And the reason I say that is that when I went on to TikTok, I was thinking, okay, there is no way that this is going to fit for my business. I teach social media marketing. I typically teach it to people in their 40s and 50s. That tends to be the largest segment of my audience, and I thought there's no way like TikTok will work for my business. But when I went on there, I started doing some competitor research and I started searching for hashtags with my keywords like social media marketing and marketing tips and content marketing. And what I found is there was actually a lot of people on TikTok sharing tutorials about social media, about marketing. And some of those people had 100,000 followers, which was really incredible. I mean, and it's easy and quick to grow those followers right now. And again, I'm recording this, let's see, it is February of 2022. So at this time of the recording, it's pretty easy to grow a big following quickly on TikTok, much easier than it is on any of the other platforms. Um, so if that fits your goals, which we'll talk about in just a minute, TikTok could really work for you. But so as I was saying, if you don't fall within that 10 to 29-year-old age range, I still want you to jump on the platform, get a feel for it, do a little bit of competitive research to see if there is an opportunity within your niche, within your industry. Maybe whatever it is, the type of content that you would want to share or create on the platform, do a little research and see, are there other people doing that? And are they getting results? That might be a great indication that there's an opportunity for you on TikTok. Okay, so let's move on to the second question that you need to answer, and that is which platform fits your style? Now, this is really important because if you aren't into creating videos and you're not comfortable with that, well, then TikTok is not going to be a good fit for your business. So, again, if you're not familiar with TikTok, it is it's a very rapid feed of videos. And that's all that's on the platform. It's video only. And each video will have, a very small, very short caption that's accompanied with it. And sometimes they'll have text overlaid on the videos or some different graphics. But they are primarily 15 to 60-second videos. So they're very quick, short, and they're fast paced. Now, a lot of the videos on TikTok, they do involve music. Most of them have some sort of background music, lots of dancing. That's what TikTok really became known for and famous for is people would just create different videos of dances and for entertainment. So there's a lot of comedians on there. TikTok is fantastic for, brightening people's days, making them laugh. That's why people like to go onto the platform. It's really fun to go on there and to find entertaining and humorous stuff, and it really uplifts you. And so I think part of the reason why TikTok has really taken off and people love it so much is there's not that aspect that you feel on other platforms. Like sometimes you go on Facebook and you see people's fabulous lives, or maybe you see your friends doing something together that you weren't invited to, and you leave the platform feeling like crap. And that is the problem with some of the more traditional social platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes even LinkedIn. You spend your time on that platform and you leave feeling worse than you did before. The difference with TikTok is most of the time, you leave feeling better. It's a great place to escape for a little bit and have some entertainment and some laughter and bring a little joy to your life. So that's the fun beauty of TikTok, but that can be a little scary for some small business owners. Maybe you don't consider yourself a funny person, or you don't feel like you're entertaining. Maybe you have just no desire whatsoever to dance in front of your camera for millions of people to see, right? That can be pretty intimidating if that's not something you're comfortable with. So if that does not at all fit your style, that style of TikTok videos, then TikTok probably is not going to be the right channel for you. But again, before you completely write it off, hear me out, because there are some other ways that you can get results with TikTok without following the typical trending style of video. Okay, so even though TikTok is 100% video, it doesn't mean that you have to be in the videos. So last summer, I actually ran a test. I was on TikTok. I wanted to get a feel for how the platform worked, and I wanted to play with different styles of videos to see what would get results. And what I found so fascinating is when I first got started, I thought, okay, I'm just going to share a video of I'm going to take a video of nature and put some text overlay and some music, because that's easy. It was what I could do. I was out on a walk and an idea popped in my head, so I thought, I'll just try that. I expected nothing, and it got incredible results. I think one of the videos had about 2,000 impressions. I think it got about 200 different likes or hearts, and I was able to start growing a following, and with barely any effort, which was really incredible. And so if you are absolutely not comfortable getting in front of the camera yourself, or maybe you don't want to take the time to record cumbersome videos or come up with something funny or entertaining, or maybe create a tutorial, you can still create TikTok videos by just recording. It's kind of called B-roll video, so it's just background. And what I used to do is I would just go out to nature and I'd find something beautiful. Maybe it's a stream or a lake or some leaves rustling in the wind. And I would just record a 15-second video of that nature. And then I would take that video and I would put text overlay of whatever it was that I wanted that video to say or people to know. And then I would put like a soothing background music to it. That's it. It took me maybe 5 minutes total to put the whole thing together, to record it, and then to go in and edit and add the text and add the video. And then I had this video that it was generating followers, it was getting lots of impressions, it was getting likes. So it was pretty easy content to create. So that's why I say don't completely write TikTok off, right away if you feel like, "Oh, no, 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 I'm allergic to video, that doesn't fit my style." There are still other ways that you can kind of think outside the box and be creative and still get results. So you're not going to get a viral video with millions of views, and it's not going to explode and be shown on Good Morning America if you're kind of taking that approach that I mentioned, and it doesn't fit that TikTok style exactly, but you can still get good results, especially compared to other platforms. The other thing that I did last summer is I posted that same video to Instagram. So I did a couple tests and I shared a video to TikTok and one to Instagram. I used the same hashtags, the same video, everything. And it was to Instagram, to the Reels, which is very similar to TikTok. And my Instagram Reels video went nowhere. It fell completely dead in the water and the TikTok video exploded. So that's the other thing that I want you to keep an open mind with TikTok is because it is such a new and growing platform, there is so much opportunity if you are willing to adopt it and be active on that platform. It could be a great way to grow an audience quickly. Okay, the other great thing about the TikTok style that might make you feel a little better about creating content on TikTok is your videos don't have to be highly produced. And that's one thing that I really love about the platform. Everything feels very casual. It's a very informal platform. You're not going to see people, lots of really in some of these other platforms, like let's say Instagram, a lot of these images that you see on Instagram are very overly produced, highly styled. Lots of people love filters. They have like perfect backgrounds behind them, and everything has all the same colors. I mean, you can tell that in some of these photos, people spent hours staging them and making sure that everything was perfect. You're not gonna find that on TikTok. TikTok is much more informal, it feels very impromptu. It a lot of the videos that do really well, it feels like someone just had a thought, popped in their head, they whip open their phone, and they share that thought. And so that's the fun thing too about the platform as a small business owner, it takes away a lot of that pressure and the stress that you can feel of like, "Oh, I have to create another piece of content, and it has to be perfect." It does not have to be perfect on TikTok. That's the fun thing about the style. Okay, let's move on to the third question that you need to answer when you're trying to find the right platform for your business. And that is what platform can help you achieve your goals? So, when you're thinking about social media marketing, you need to know what are your goals with social media marketing. You know, if you're going to spend all this time trying to promote your business and trying to grow an audience on the platform, what is the true reason and the purpose for you to do that? Are you trying to just get more followers, build brand awareness, grow an audience? Are you trying to drive traffic to your website? Do you want to acquire leads? Maybe you want people to reach out to you and schedule a consultation or jump on your email list, or maybe you just want to pitch people and you want to try and get sales. So you really need to think about your goals and then which platform can help you achieve those goals. So TikTok is really good if your goal with social media is to grow a big following quickly. And if you want to generate lots of awareness about who you are or maybe who your brand is, TikTok can be great for that because you can get your content in front of a lot more eyeballs with TikTok than you can with some of these other platforms that are at your disposal. TikTok actually can also be really good for driving traffic and sales. So I know a lot of people kind of are hesitant to join TikTok because they think, well, how am I even going to promote my content? I can't put a link in the video. It's kind of similar to Instagram in that sense of you just have a link in your bio. And not as many people are going to people's TikTok bios, and people are thinking, well, what's the point? How can I even sell my products? Well, here's the interesting thing. There was some statistics that I found. Adweek ran a study, and they said that TikTok users are potentially the most dedicated group of buyers from social media. And so they actually found that 49% of TikTok users purchased a product after seeing it on TikTok, which is really cool and a huge opportunity for business owners. So if you can find a way to share your product in a way that feels more natural and organic, it doesn't feel salesy, pushy. You don't want to share a sales video, right? Or kind of like an infomercial style video. That's not what you want to be sharing on the platform. But if you can share something where it feels more natural, let's say you have a physical product like a water bottle, can you have a video that just happens to incorporate the water bottle or show off a feature without you like screaming in their face, like, buy this product? Or can you have other users? Can you have user generated content where they are using the water bottle or maybe they're talking about it? So there are some fantastic opportunities to sell your products or sell your services but you do have to be a little more creative, think outside the box, and make it feel more natural and not so in your face. Okay, so those are the three questions that you need to answer to help you determine if TikTok is going to be the right fit for your business. Now, to help you a little bit further, I want to share a few more things. The first one is I want to talk about what makes TikTok really unique for business owners. So, when you have all these different social platforms that you could be choosing from and spending your time on, I want you to think about okay, well, what is special about TikTok? Why should you be spending your time there? And the first thing is the hashtags and the for you feed and how the algorithm works on TikTok. So TikTok is unique in that they have what's called a for you feed, and their algorithm is very sophisticated and it will serve you content. So you open up the app, you open up your TikTok app on your phone, and the algorithm will just start serving you content instantly. And it's based on lots of different factors. It's based on people that you currently follow on the platform, content that you've engaged with before, content that maybe you've shared yourself, things. So, any sort of signal that you give the platform. So, if you like someone's piece of content or you comment on it, those are huge signals. Or maybe you stay on it for longer and you watch a video multiple times, you watch it a few times through, or it also signals of you scroll past a video very quickly. That's a signal to them that like, okay, they don't like that. They don't like that style of content. So their algorithm is compiling all this information about your behavior on the platform, and they use that to serve you the best videos possible in the For You feed. And so, as a business owner, you have a great opportunity to use hashtags and your caption in your videos, and they are a really powerful way to help get your content into other people's For You feed and to find those people that might be interested. So that's the really unique thing about TikTok. In other platforms, your user has to actively go search. Like, let's say for me, one of my hashtags would be social media marketing. On Twitter or Instagram, someone has to go actively search out that hashtag and then go through that feed. And you can do that on TikTok as well. People can actively search out that TikTok, or excuse me, that hashtag. But the cool thing is, the algorithm will see that hashtag and they will then serve that piece of content to someone who has shown an interest in social media marketing. They'll put that in their For You feed. So it's a really powerful, incredible way to help your content get in front of people who would be interested in your content. And so it's really powerful for business owners. The second thing that makes TikTok unique for a business owner is the high level of engagement on the platform. So in 2020, the engagement rate on TikTok was 17.5%. Now, that may seem kind of small, right? Like 17, that seems small, but that's actually really high. And as I mentioned earlier, the average daily time that users spend on the platform is 52 minutes, which is by far the most engaging of all the social media platforms. So going back to that engagement rate, I said it was 17.5. Um, to help put this in perspective, to compare it to other platforms. So right now, TikTok accounts with 100,000 followers or more, they tend to have an engagement rate of about 5.3%. If you compare that to an Instagram account, their engagement will be 1.1% and Twitter would be 0.3%. So let me repeat that again. You compare accounts from TikTok to Instagram to Twitter. TikTok's would be about 5.3%, Instagram 1.1%, and Twitter 0.3%. That is a huge difference there and shows you that the engagement rate on TikTok is incredible. Okay, and then the third thing that really makes TikTok unique for a business owner is it is a really good source for sales and to generate sales for your business. And so I mentioned, previously that about 49% of TikTok users have purchased a product after seeing it on the platform. And I would not be surprised if that percentage continues to go up over time and as the platform increases in popularity. And now TikTok is really embracing their ads platform and they're beefing it up and really promoting it heavily. So I would guess that in the next year or two, that percent is going to become even greater. So there is a good chance for you on if you're sharing content on TikTok, you have engaged buyers and people who are taking action after seeing a product or a service on the platform. Okay, so if you have stuck with me through this and you've thought, okay, I'm convinced I'm going to look into TikTok or, or maybe you're not fully convinced, but you're still on the fence and you want to just check it out. Okay. So I have a few tips for you on how to get started on the platform because it is so different and it operates in a completely different way from any other social media platform that you've probably experienced in the past. I want you to start by just signing up for an account, just create a personal account for yourself and begin engaging on the platform as a user. So don't worry at all about, creating your business account yet and researching your hashtags. Just sign up for an account and start engaging as a user. And I want you to get a feel for the type of content that people are creating and sharing on the platform. And actually, you could go in there and type in some of your keywords, do hashtag, for me, like hashtag social media marketing, and find people to follow with that hashtag. So then hopefully you'll start seeing their content in your feed and you can get a feel for like, okay, what are other people in my industry? What type of content are they sharing? And what's getting shown in the feed? What's working for them? So, really get a feel for how that feed works and how you follow people, how you comment, how you like, and how you engage on the platform. Again, it is so different from any other social media platform that it'll take a little while for you to get comfortable with it and understand the inner workings of it. So, that would be your first step. Okay, then once you're ready, maybe after a week, and maybe it's even after a month, maybe it's really overwhelming and it takes you a little while to get comfortable with it. But once you're ready, then I want you to create your first TikTok video, but I want you to just start small. Okay? There's no pressure here. Still keep it a personal account. It could even be under your own personal name. Maybe you haven't even started your business account yet, okay? Start small, either create a short video of just, recording a selfie of yourself, like a selfie style video of you teaching something, or maybe you're explaining something or giving a demo or a tutorial, anywhere from 15 seconds to 1 minute. Okay. And just post it as is. That's really easy to do. Or if you want, you could try the method that I mentioned earlier about creating a video of like a shot in nature and then do some text overlay and add some audio to that, okay? Just share your first video. Then you can start doing some hashtag research within your industry and check out what hashtags other people are using. And then continue to test and play around with sharing different types of videos, share different styles, different lengths, play with different hashtags. And again, you can still just be doing all of this on your personal account if you want. If you're, scared to mess up, but really you can't mess up a whole lot as long as you're, not on there being outwardly rude and and awful on the platform. There's not a whole lot that you can really mess up. Um, but if you can be doing it under your personal account or create your business account and just play around, start growing your audience slowly. What I would say the biggest piece of advice I have is don't put a whole lot of pressure on yourself and don't expect to be perfect right away. There is a lot of learning and growing. There's a big learning curve with TikTok. So I want you to go into the platform knowing that there's a learning curve and giving yourself grace to test and play and screw up in the beginning and just have fun with it and know that over time you're going to get better and eventually you'll have a flow down, you'll have a process and you'll figure out what works for you, which hashtags work, what styles of video work really well, and you'll start growing your following and start getting some results. Okay. I also have a really good resource for you. It's from InVideo. I will put a link in the description or the show notes. And they walk through 26 of the most popular TikTok trends And they include a video tutorial and then a free template to help you create your own video within that trend. So it's a really incredible resource, and it's a great way to kind of bring you up to speed really quickly on TikTok and help you create videos that do fit the kind of the TikTok style that I mentioned earlier. So that's an incredible resource. Go to my show notes page and check out that link if you are interested in diving into TikTok for your business. Okay, so I hope that this podcast episode was helpful to you. If you have any other questions about TikTok, don't hesitate to reach out to me in email or let me know in the comments. And the next episode of the podcast is going to dive into Pinterest. Now, Pinterest is not a traditional social media channel. In fact, I've always said that it is really not a social media channel. It's more of a search engine, but I'm still going to dive into it and I want to talk about it within this series. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button to this podcast so that you get notified when that next episode gets published. And I would love it if you guys could leave me an honest rating or review about the podcast. That would mean the world to me and help me spread the word and reach more small business owners around the world. Okay, so have a great day, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you in the next one.